in a professional setting, and you have to go up against that. Like how can you even focus on your own game?
That's obviously a difficult thing to do, and I think you're seeing Contact struggle with that to some extent. Hopefully, they'll have a better time on train, though. We are ready to get underway into our second map of the series. Can Contact keep it close? Neil M certainly seemed to think so. He thought this was one of their better maps. He thinks they've got a good game plan for this one. Early on, it's Fnatic, though, starting on that T side. And after showing a bit of presence over at Ivy, Fnatic are going to slowly walk back. And it looks like they might group up towards this B site, or maybe they're going to drop down Pop Dog for an A main split. Who knows? Plenty of options here.
Man like Spinks.
He's got the CZ as well in his back pocket.
Yeah, a CZ or a 5-7 or Julies, good on a B bomb site. Because if you've got plenty of numbers coming your way, as you often do, you are going to need the bullets accordingly. CZ will have a longer draw time though, but we'll see how it goes. I feel like the CZ over the other two will determine how he plays around these trains as well. And suddenly it's going to be 5 players heading into this B bomb site where 3 CTs await. Now Spinks has been holding a HE grenade this entire time. How much damage is he going to do? Oh, holding on a little too long, maybe. Oh, there's some meaty damage onto Brian, who doesn't have any Kevlar. But the opening kill goes the way of Fnatic. Rigon up top. Spinks with the CZ, can't deliver the kill. And the African, his teammate, Flusher cleaning house around the default bomb plant. Snappy and Osso now round the back, and JW's coming around the outside, so to speak, as they are stuck by Connector Contact. Now, Flush has only got 12 HP, so this is still winnable, but oh boy, is it going to be awkward for them. JW with the final 2, and Fnatic start the way they want to press forward with the pistol round.
When Flush is landing shots like that, you are not in for a fun time either. When his aim is on point, his ability to understand the game is incredible.
Oh my god.
That's just absurd.
That is amazing. That is some premium highlight reel content. We do not deserve that, JW. That's absolutely amazing. That is the equivalent, before the kill, of somebody bunny hopping backwards into Dust 2 on a pistol run, into the B bomb site, for example. But he airstrafes onto the ladder, hops down, and just goes straight for the headshot. Calm as you like. Drops the AK on the floor just in case he dies down the ladder. I love JW.
He didn't even ask for the Mac 10 from his teammate or anything. He was like, yeah, I've got the spawn for Pop Dog. I just need a USP, though, and I can clear it out, guys. And he's done that. He's got into Pop Dog safely. There is this force buy from Contact. I always like talking about these scouts on these second rounds. If you can have good players with these scouts in these long-range train angles, they can be very effective. Wow,
oh my god.
Brolan with the snap to the face.
That's a report, if ever I've seen one. Brolan making his way to the bomb site. Looking good at the moment. 2 scouts remain. I can't see them surviving either. Not enough time has passed yet. Hold on a second. Stereo frags, and Spinks has found a third. This has turned around very quickly indeed. Thought this one was a formality from a 5 versus 2 to a 2-on-2 with scouts, but the Deagle putting in work for Spinks. There's no defuse kit, and surely they're spurred on, but maybe their best work here is behind them. Can they actually win this round now? A scout and a Deagle, but that bomb is ticking. Fnatic not showing. Not wanting to take any more risks. They're going to invite them out. Snappy doesn't see Crims coming. Maybe his gun was blocking the vision, but Spinks can't win this round. Can do more damage. Maybe save the AK-47. A noble effort from Spinks, and that's a nice way for a new man to warm up with 3 kills in a very unlikely situation.
Absolutely. I think that'll give him a little bit of confidence. His teammates got to see the kills as well because they were already dead. So he's proven himself a little bit in that round. This was the first shot from Brolan. Oh my, I don't even know if his crosshair was ever on Rigon's head. I think he might have just been running. Just kind of hit a lucky shot. And Crims at the end doing good work with the Mac 10. Now, okay, this is, I mean, Flush has just got a Glock here. Brolan's just got a P250. And there are still guns from Contact in this round. Like, a couple of kills from Contact early could make a big difference. That molly has forced Rigon forwards, though, so Fnatic will win the first fight.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I don't know. It makes me wonder. Maybe it's by design. I'll assume it is. 3-on-3.
Well, they're both dead now anyway.
Yeah. I suppose it's an experiment.
Uh-oh.
Oh! In the back. Well, now with the upgrade, he's given himself a chance, and Esperanto will clean up the rest. I've seen so many Deagle headshots from Esperanto on train. on the CT side in unlikely situations. This is a habit of his. We had saw the desk talk about Esperanto putting in work versus lower ranked teams and just doing a lot of things with individual skill. But specifically, this is something he's done on train a lot, in Flashpoint already as well. And we're seeing some hints of it today, but again, we need to see strength in general from Contact as well. Oh, it's clean, man. It is clean. He's got a Colgate smile.
Very nice. I was just pulling up the stats to see if Esperanto is their best player on train. He is joint best with Otto in terms of rating, which I think makes a lot of sense.
Doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah. So definitely watch out for both of those guys. Spinks has got involved early, though. There are definitely other players for Contact happy to step up. And Brolan now with the SG.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, this is a good map for it because you have some channels where you can try and bait peeks from people. You see some teams do it with Deagles as well on the T side, trying to catch CTs looking for information. So there is some utility to be had with it. Golden having a look-see with the UMP. In the meantime, Flusher makes his way in towards the B bomb site. Bomb not spotted just yet, though. But Crims has been and swatted by Otto. Snappy with a scout holding the IV position. And Otto is not going to allow people anywhere near the B bomb site today, it seems. And then there were 3.
These are the rounds that kind of scare me from Fnatic. That's a bit too aggressive in the default. Brolan's been able to get that kill, though, with the SG. He was low on health when he took that fight. And another one for JW. They're swarming this A-bomb site. Esperanto up close, though. They haven't cleared him. They haven't cleared him, and the tower is dismantled. Esperanto finally falls, but JW's in the clutch.
Yeah, and they know where he is, roughly. Spinks now just about being seen. A laboured spray, and Spinks will get the fatal connection. And again, Contact on the CT side. It's been difficult early, but it is very early, and they're about to get their second round in a row, no less. It's an expensive one, 2 players surviving, but it's a round on the board. We'll see if they can stabilize. Again, I really think they've got to do most of the work on that CT side. Nice to see Otto firing early as well. He'll, of course, be a very important player. And AWB on train CT side should be instrumental for Contact in their round victories. The money has disappeared for Fnatic now. This will be a pistol round. And there's not much utility. So I spoke about trying to bait CTs to peek certain narrow channels. And what I mean by that is, like, if you peek from main, let's say, towards stop sign, there's not that much correction you need to do if somebody peeks you. It's very minor adjustments. If you can try and repeatedly invite those engagements by the CTs, then maybe something can be done.
Spinks spotting a couple of players early. The bomb has been left behind, though, so Fnatic won't be committing to anything. I think looking at that previous round from Fnatic, I would like to see them not going quite so aggressive in their defaults. They were so spread out across the map there, just again relying on the solo fights. And on Mirage, that worked okay. Now Brolan's sneaking up close, though. This could be nice. He's
got so many sound cues from Otto, and nobody seems to be watching Sandwich. The timing is great because Rigon is repositioning to the bomb site itself, but Brolan's looking for multi-frags. There's the first one, swinging around, down goes Rigon. Now, the saving grace for Contact is they've got Snappy coming back in towards from Ivy, and that could certainly help Esperanto, but he dies way too early here. Snappy swings with the MP9. The damage was enough from Esperanto to follow up the MP9 from that crazy range. Now Crims is in a 1 versus 2, 40 seconds. Very expensive round for Contact all of a sudden. Crisis will be averted, but that is a good $20,000 down the hole. But again, I think with the player coming from Ivy not re-engaging that little channel, maybe they could have had an extra man survive here.
I love the spam to the body there from Brolan as well. Realize he's close range, just 2 shots to the chest will do it.
Meat shots.
Yeah. And now we get the AWPs out for both teams. Snappy with the secondary AWP for Contact. We saw Esperanto picking up a little bit on Mirage, but Snappy's the man who's happy to take it into this one. And Rigon already getting a fight. Flusher dropping down Pop Dog to his death.
Yeah, this is a good start now for Contact for this particular round. That Molotov may indicate a take of main, which is maybe why Brolan puts the smoke down there, just to hold on to the map control. It's early in the round. They've got plenty of time. Stops him getting swung on with a pop flash. You can see the intention of how close Esperanto is as well. So they may still go for this, a smoke of their own. Fnatic will abandon. They see the investment towards A main. They'll head towards B in the meantime. A smart response from them. Look at the rotation on the radar from Contact. They'll try to delay the bomb plant and buy time for that laboured rotation. But the angle's being held by JW. Not for long though. Spinks looking to his left, but from the right is Golden. Can Crims respond to this? Moving around the corner, focusing on the front, but from the back is Spinks. Snappy from the other side. And this one's looking tough for Fnatic. Through the smoke goes the final kill. Again, just that delay, that Molotov was really important. So I think Fnatic made the right play there with what Contact were trying to achieve on A, but they failed on B.
Yeah, that smoke we saw from Golden landed in the back of Connector, which cut Otto off completely. You see Otto's just having to push the smoke there. This is just Spinks, though, being great in this round. Like you said, that molly was really important. He gets 2 kills as well. I think that's a fantastic round from Spinks, and he's really starting to step up here on Train. After a very quiet first map, he clearly has reset. He's clearly ready for this one. He's about to be tested again.
Yep, here come the numbers game. Fast play into the B bomb site. Most likely only one person here. The Org is not going to get much done. And this is important. Don't stay with the bomb plant. You've got to swarm the entire train yard. You've got to take both sides of it to get a better chance of defending. Try and swarm, cause chaos, but Contact will thrive in this chaos. And suddenly it's just Golden. 0 for 5. No kills for him just yet. Choke points will be smoked and mollied. They're on the bomb now. He'll try to do what he can. There's actually no cover for Esperanto, but the crouch peek allows him to survive. Maybe Golden would have died instantly anyway, but that could have been a bit more damage to play with. 2 orcs will be saved as they move to round 8.
1 SG out for Crims, something we will be keeping an eye on. This time Spinks dying without a kill. That puts them in a scary position. If there were guns there for Fnatic, that might be round over right there. But the MAC-10s running into the backlines are eventually traded out. It's good enough to be able to hold on to the round win on the Contact side of things. Not a bad start to this game as well for Contact. You can see at the top of your screen, Fnatic have been getting the bomb down fairly frequently, even in these round wins for Contact, but that's still a good sign that Contact are able to win those retakes. They've won a couple of really impressive rounds in there as well. And now we've got that double AWP set up back out for the CTs. JW has one on the other side as well.
Full utility for both squads. It's been a drought recently for Fnatic. You can see some success with the bomb plants, but they've all been diffuses of late. Molly up top in case there's an aggressive AWP. And with 2 on deck for Contact, not a bad shout. Maybe reading into the future after their fast play into B in the previous round, but they're still just the 1 player on B, so Contact are playing their game. Not having their hand forced by Fnatic. A lot of utility being deployed. Otto around Connector, making his way to look towards B, but nothing doing just yet. Fnatic in a holding pattern, but we might see some flashbangs here from Esperanto. Brand caught unaware. Didn't expect that angle to be held. And that's good. The proactiveness from Contact, some aggressiveness on their CT side. So Skeet shooting down Ivy. No connection this time, though.
I like that aggression from Contact. Like you were saying, getting aggressive into A main, I think it helps them be able to rotate that second man towards B as well. But now that they've lost the A main control, Contact actually decide to rotate 4 players back to this A bomb site. And it might be the right read. Fnatic are starting to group up towards A. 37 seconds left on the clock. A few smokes for Fnatic, a few nades left for them. It looks like it is going to be some sort of set play as well. They've got a couple of smokes being lined up. Just the 1 smoke for the back lines, though, and Fnatic are going to go.
Molly for Sandwich. Crims jumps past. No engagements just yet. 1 up top. Esperanto is ready for the peek from Flusher. Now Rigon can activate, run distraction as well. How do you commal this? Wow. Esperanto's died for the cause, and I think he's done enough. JW not through the choke point with 31 HP, just holding the angle, expecting CTs to swing, reinforcements to come, but it weren't required because Esperanto cleaned up. 6 rounds in a row for Contact. So far, so good. This is the CT side they need to have. Coming into this, a map down.
A really safe hold from Contact as well. After getting that first kill, Esperanto is literally tucked into the site here, but he gets 3 kills with the AK. That last one on the laboured spray down, just about connecting onto the head of Crims. And then they had the player waiting in heaven as well, who just needed to get really 1 important kill to win them that round. I think from Fnatic's perspective, Train is a map where you do need to see more set plays in general. We need to see more smokes than that. Just one smoke out to the A site, barely any flashes. More shenanigans in Pop Dog, but Golden's already got out through A main.
Yeah, there's a lot of fight for control. Golden taking big risk, but with risk comes reward. A smoke towards connector as well. Brand will help activate. Sees two at the same time, and as Brand will try to hold position, Brand deletes but gets traded by Otto. War of attrition on the A bomb site. Spinks is alone in a 1 versus 2. He's on the A site already. Not sure if he's been detected. He's been tagged, maybe through smoke. He hasn't fired a bullet though, so they probably don't know where he is. They know he's a B player, so he could get a kill for free here. Crims has got to check the wide, but here we go. 1 versus 1. JW around main. I think that much might be known. Spinks trying to show some elbow. Not sure if he spotted JW towards the E-box position. And there is JW with the angle for a much needed third round for Fnatic.
That's a bit more like it. A few more nades from Fnatic onto the A site. They had a couple of smokes that time at least to be able to cover them off. That's what allows Golden to get out through A main a little bit easier. He's able to get towards that E-box position for this first kill. That really helps open up the round. And then Roland, again, doesn't have to worry about as many angles because of that other smoke. So that's really helpful there for Fnatic to get another round on the board. And I'm glad to see that they've got some of those smokes prepared to be able to limit those CT options. Roland already getting out through A main with the AK. He's not wasting any time in this one.
Got to be careful of the high ground behind him. Around the IV position. Here we go again. Not this time though. Rigon's ready for it. Caught completely by surprise, but still lands the kill. His job has been a tough one for this harassment down the ladder. Fnatic quietly heading towards the B bomb site. 2 players in tow already. Spinks changing up his angle. He's got support for the high ground, which allows him to hold this spot. See the boost to look on top of the trains. Oh, Rigon, hello. Just got into business for himself, and he's really put in some nice work. 4 versus 2. Contact taking Fnatic style to them, you might argue. Great flank from him. Completely random, utterly quiet. Fnatic maybe a little predictable in that round. And I love that they have the confidence to do this. Despite the way Fnatic won some of the rounds in the previous game, they still bring some confidence into Train here, Contact.
That probably comes back to the talking point previously of how some of these players who normally play FPL might just have the freedom to go for plays like that. You know, walking up the ladder there, it's a huge risk from Rigon, but the reward there, massive. 3 kills on the round for him, and now Fnatic are really down and out of this one. 22 seconds. The A site is somewhat open. They may be able to get the bomb down, but the round win remains unlikely, and now the bomb's been dropped.
Oh, some taps. Also goes for a fast re-peek, but it's enough delay to allow his teammate to clean up. And Contact moves to 7. Really good individual play there. Perfect timing. Absolutely crippling Fnatic. Average $3,000 per person. Limits what they can do in this round. What was it? What did I say? 11 rounds for Contact?
Yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah, they've got 7 from 10. So they seem to be on course for the time being. But that's just part 1 of the saga. And it will be a saga to win this series over Fnatic. Deagle's out for Fnatic. All 5. So again, we'll see. Now, last time we had this situation, Otto had the AWP focused towards main. So we saw Golden try and go for those common angles, go fishing, but he did not come out of that very healthy. On this occasion, it's 1 AWP for Contact, and Otto is towards B, so perhaps they will fare a little better.
Crims is lining up a couple of flashbangs right now. First one's gone over the top, the second about to follow, and that should allow them to pop out through A main.
Anti-Otto flashbangs.
Oh, is Golden here?
I wonder, because...
He is. He might just literally run out with his knife to be quicker, to be bait. Okay, now he's got the decal. That's good.
I wonder if he's just trolling us.
Maybe.
He just stands there with his knife out. Well, down goes the first one. Otto's still focused on B. Even though it's a pistol round, Esperanto looking to play close. Oh, he's creeping in quietly, not even a flashbang. Does he check his left, though? He doesn't. Don't think either player knows. JW's like, what? Oh, dear. I love this. I love the way Contact are playing. It's necessary. You can't just sit and be a victim to Fnatic. You have to push forward and be aggressive.
Really slow round from Fnatic. I'm surprised it took so long for them to try and push A main there. I thought they were just going to go with that second flash, but Crim's never threw it. He's still got it in his back pocket, and he's not going to get to use it. Rigon closes out the round. 8-3 for Contact. That last round, though, not a big deal for Fnatic. They're obviously waiting for the gun round into the next. And I think for Fnatic, the only round they've won in terms of gun rounds was that one round they kind of just went out onto the A site and Golden got them that early kill. Still Golden's only kill this game, for what it's worth. So the question becomes, do you go back to that for Fnatic right now? Do you maybe slow it down and try and allow JW to get a pick? He is top fragging right now. He's had a pretty good series so far. It looks like they are going to slow things down on the Fnatic side, but again, Contact getting aggressive. Snappy up close at Ivy.
Oh boy, how far is he going to go? There's the flashbang avoided by JW. Went a bit too far. Oh, that would have been a really nice flicky tags, but no frag. So some position still held by Contact. Smoke is down in Ivy. But that's an early 5 versus 4. Big focus on the A bomb site now for Contact and Fnatic. Spinks moving much further back with that early kill. Saw multiple players, and Esperanto very proactive indeed. They've got to take a risk and take something away. But do they stand their ground? I'm going to quietly move away, just as some footsteps are heard. I don't know if Rigon may have heard those footsteps from Flusher, moving towards the A site, away from the halls. Well, Roland makes his way in. Can't pull his gun out in time, however. More mollies, which means more players. Rigon seems to be curious for the info. Takes out 2, 3-on-3 with 45 seconds left for Fnatic.
And Fnatic just, oh, Golden, sneaky boy Golden gets the first kill, make it a second. Great shots from Golden onto the site, and he wants more. He's hungry for blood. Golden going huge in that round. He got barely anything done so far in this game, but he keeps his confidence and he keeps his cool in all those fights. Lovely triple kill from Golden, and this is what Fnatic need at this point. Just a few rounds on the board. Just grind out a couple of round wins, and you definitely keep yourself in this game. This was so nice.
Now, this is a very pivotal round. We've only got 3 rounds left in the half, but it's pivotal for both squads because the money's short for Fnatic, but there's no money left for Contact if they lose this round. So this could really thwart their long-term plans on train for both squads. Flusher's turn to get the kills around E-Box. Swarming now to the side, they're lining up for him. He's got 2, that might be enough, but Otto and Snappy is straight back. We still got 1 player. That's Snappy around that Ivy hell position. Trying to create space, trying to buy time. Losing space, though, from that Molotov from JW. Surely he doesn't go through the smoke here. Buy sandwich, but Brolan comes around from under heaven. And that leaves Spinks alone. Now, the AWP really is the weapon you need to save in this situation. There is a distinct lack of money for Contact. You never know, though, with an AWP and a Deagle here or there. There may be a round to be won, but if Fnatic could, say, take this to 7, that's not too shabby.
Yeah, Train is one of those maps that is still CT-sided as a certainty, for most teams at least. There's always those few teams that seem to somehow get a bunch of T rounds. But for Fnatic, I think they're getting to the point now where they should start to become happy with their T side, especially breaking the bank of Contact here. I like that we're seeing some pace injected from Fnatic now as well, because think about how those earlier rounds were being won by Contact. It was Contact getting aggressive that was kind of helping them win. So if Fnatic just push at the start of the round, you don't let that happen. The flashes over A main, pretty successful for them in that round. It has been a lot of A plays as well for Fnatic. I think in general on Train, you see more plays towards the A site, but Fnatic have really been trying to abuse it.
Now, what can Contact do in this round? Spinks looking for an upper play, but it is a bomb site for Fnatic. Swinging out from, oh my god, Snappy and Otto really making this unlikely for Fnatic. They continue to press on, however. Now it's a long rotation for Spinks. We can keep an eye on that. Otto waiting for them to come his way, patiently shooting, but he will fall. Esperanto hasn't played all his cards just yet. Looking for an up-close shot. Spinks stuck behind the smoke. And Fnatic wonder, what is the safe play here? If they move away from A, maybe rifles are to be collected, but it's so dangerous. Oh, the timing! Oh my god, he almost turned back and had a chance to fire a shot. But now it's Spinks in a 1 versus 3. He'll have to go for the quick scopes. He'll see the legs first. Surely, Crim's got to be careful about his peek. There we go. 2 versus 1 now. They know Spinks is in connector. There's no utility on the final players. They've got to frag out, so to speak. Lots of jiggling from Spigs. Oh, that was close. But Flusha was faster. A noble effort, but it's 6 for Fnatic.
And it's no money for Contact into the last round of the half. They're buying whatever the hell they can, but it's not going to be a great buy for them. These were the early shots. Fnatic just pushing out through Pop Dog. It didn't look like there was that good of a flashbang there to help them. Certainly those two players on the site weren't blind. Ends up being an easy lineup, but Fnatic saved the round. And now that 7-round T-half is looking more and more likely, James. Contact will do what they can with these pistols, and Broland making this same aggressive play. We've seen this a couple of times.
Seen it more than a couple. Broland will get the opening kill. Lurk around the smoke. Flusha's here as well, just running through smokes and ladder. And Broland will trade. It's absolute carnage. Fnatic are the personification of a dictionary attack. 4 on 2, and it's Spinks now with the Mag 7. Not much he can do here. Some utility as well. Has minimal range. Maybe, I'm not sure if this is worse than a Glock, considering the range. Probably isn't, but we'll see what he's able to try and achieve. Pad the stats. Such a difficult situation. There's no diffuse kit either. He's probably thinking, well, what the hell do I do with this? And there's Broland. Left to run to his doom. Base a shot from JW. Is he going to save?
Yeah,
at this point, he might as well, I mean, to be honest. Just for stats. Yeah, why give them the extra kill? JW with the blade. Oh, he's going to get knifed as well. Welcome to Professional Counter-Strike versus Fnatic. JW.
And now they're onto the CT side. I'm a little bit scared they might do the same here.
Yeah, pistol will be an important one. Utility for Rigon and Snappy, and it begins quickly. The Molotov towards the IV position really limits where the CTs can go, but JW will go up top. He does not like to be denied. Flusha holding IV in the meantime. JW will fall, loses the angle. Does Flusha from the players coming in from IV towards the site, and then there were 3. Got Golden poking and prodding. Playing around the bomb site. Got to be careful, though, because his positions will be limited. Flusha with his 2nd of the round will tie the score. But we've got a player coming from Pop Dog, which will be a problem. Crim's waiting for a cross. Left to hold their angles well. Flusha finally taken care of. Golden spots 2, spots 3, and suddenly it's just Snappy with 19 HP. Doing what he can, looking for those headshots. But Fnatic turn it around as they always do. They take both pistols on train.
Able to get everyone onto the A site there on the Fnatic side of things, just really slowing down the round from Contact, staying alive on the site. A bunch of extended fights in the mix there, but Fnatic get all the kills they need. And now I'm really worried for Contact here. Oh god, JW's got the revolver again. He really wants a kill with it. He got one on Mirage.
It's psychological warfare.
It is.
It's not even about getting kills with it, it's about hearing it being fired. That's all you need.
He needs a decoy as well, that's what he needs.
That's a really good idea. Oh, that could be a colossal bait. Broland tries to say hello, but Esperanto has a deagle on train, and he is often successful with that. They take position contacts, make their way down a ladder, and now they've got themselves an SMG. HE's up top, that's a chunky one. Contact still with 2 players up Ivy, no one peeking them just yet, however, but maybe JW's on the way with that revolver.
Oh god, having to pre-fire like that is just so difficult. Otto gets the headshot with the deagle. In my opinion, the superior weapon, perhaps not according to JW. But now in a 3v5, Fnatic actually have to make something happen here. You can already see Flusha pushing through B to try and get that information. That's allowing Fnatic to play a little bit safer on the A site. They should be more prepared for a push. But this has just quickly got out of hand here for Fnatic. They should have been heavy favorites in this round. Now I'm not so sure.
This is going to be interesting. They're looking away. Oh boy, is anyone going to check this? Is anyone going to check Golden? Go back in the corner. This smoke has lasted forever, but Golden won't. And now there is so much position for Contact, but what about the time? There's 22 seconds. Crim's making his way. Oh my god, the bait through the smoke. That's astonishing. And maybe that's a saving grace, allows the bomb to get planted. Flusha with 2 HP will try to hold on to what he has, I would presume. last seen in Connector, trying to hide in plain sight, carrying a lot at present, but it looks like Contact have won the force buy.
Big round for Contact as well. You heard Neil M say there in the interview after the first map that after losing it was a 4v2 in favor of Contact on the pistol on that previous map, and the game spiraled out of hand when they lost that round. So I think just winning this one and just getting straight back on track could be a real key to coming back into this one for Contact. They do need to make sure they don't now lose against this next buy from Fnatic, though. I'm assuming Fnatic will force up. Their money's really bad, so they should just be buying. The eagle shot. You see JW having to swing out with the revolver. Did not go according to plan for him. Those Deeks just getting body shots at the end of the round to win it. And now it is going to be a much harder start to the CT half for Fnatic than they would have wanted. Oh, look, JW's got it again. He's got it again.
It's great.
I don't know why I'm surprised.
It just looks, even the icon, it looks like a Team Fortress weapon.
It really does.
Golden alone on B at present. Crims makes his way over. Double scouts in this round for Fnatic. Of course, it is the force bite. Double peek for Contact. But Golden finds the right timing to engage at the very least. Now, look at this rotation from Fnatic. A third and a fourth man make their way through. Oh, I love the angle from Crims. Rather than jumping up, goes for the side angle. Spinks gets caught on the wall, but still manages to survive. And he's up close with the revolver. Will we see another one? No. 4v3 in favor of Contact. The bomb is downstairs, but they're making their way back in towards the A-bomb site. And the bomb's managed to escape. Brolan gets popped on the A-bomb site. And I think the worst might be over for Contact.
I think that's the kill that secures it right there from Rigon. I don't think he needs to be jumping up onto Connector like this, but we can let him get away with it. It's just the two scouts left for Fnatic. Crim's holding a very tight angle. There are a few players who are tagged. Only Rigon still on full health, so a body shot would do it. He's not going to be able to even see Esperanto, though. And Otto gives away that fight. Flusher actually finds a headshot there somehow. But the scout shouldn't be doing much more at this point. Contact will reach double digits first. And remember, Fnatic fully forced into this round. So it will be another save for Fnatic after losing this one. And that's when they'll be able to buy in the following round. So if Contact just win one or two key gun rounds here in the second half, they could have actually put themselves in a really good position to win this game.
Yeah, the next buy round will be really key. If Contact can win that, Fnatic's next spy round, then it's going to be such an uphill struggle for the favoured team. The favoured team, I can speak English.
No revolver this time, James.
No
just,
revolver.
Just for anyone keeping track.
The shenanigans have come to, I won't say come to a close, but they're on pause. Never comes to a close with JW.
Then again, this would be maybe the most Fnatic round to win if they somehow like pushed and got a flank in this round. I don't think it's going to happen, though.
Fnatic recently announced that the people, the great unwashed, can invest in their team now. You can buy, I think you can buy shares in their team or something along those lines. Check their Twitter for more information.
They probably know more about it than you do.
I would hope so. Yeah. Otherwise, that's a really bad investment.
Yeah.
Old bomb. I still remember fondly the days of just hiding underneath a train, just being a kid and just crouching under a train, be like, I'm happy here. This is my little place.
Wait, in real life or in CS?
No, in on train.
Right. Okay.
On older versions of the game. I feel like it was maybe the like kids these days playing Minecraft and stuff. This is where the old bomb site was, and you just crouch underneath it and be like, I'm just here, hanging out. This is me, having a great time.
Good. Oh. He's
so, knife out again.
So absurd with the things he tries.
Yeah, but how can you not be a fan?
No, of course.
Fnatic have always been one of my favourite teams. Always, and you can see why.
A lovely bit of money made by Otto at the end there, for what it's worth. Those Mach 10 kills get you a bit of extra cash, and that means he can get the AWP with ease into this gun round. And that's something Fnatic actually aren't going to be able to work with. They've got an MP9 on Flusher. They've got a scout on Crims. This is kind of rough for Fnatic, James, in a round that they really need to win to keep themselves close on this one. It's not an ideal buy.
Not at all, but Fnatic have a way of turning things around, but maybe it's their turn to be victims. Esperanto poking out, catching JW off guard. A classic fast play when no one's in the pop dog position. Oh, tag but no kill. No headshot this time. But maybe Golden can follow up. He's creating some space for himself with the smoke grenade, but Rigon will win the duel irrespective of that. So it seems the newer players are coming into this with confidence. A multi-frag from Brolan with the AUG, but Flusha 1 versus 3 with an MP9 at range. I don't fancy his chances just yet, but all those X's by Ivy, maybe there is a better weapon to be collected. The bomb still making its way to the bomb site. Flusha waiting patiently. Snappy clearing some of the flanks in the meantime. So they're narrowing down the places that Flusha could be coming from, which will make life more difficult for him. Spinks is holding some of the angles. And our connector's about to be clear. So this pretty much leaves the Ivy area, unless he's flanked from Ivy with a timing. But I think Snappy's about to find him. So he needs to turn this corner for his own safety, because Snappy's about to turn another corner. Ooh, he's backing up to his doom. That's not a draw you want to take. The molly to try and create some space. Awkward, but he's put out of his misery. Of the 5 rounds we've had in this half, Contact have won 4 in a row, no less.
This is starting to spiral out of control for Fnatic just a little bit. It will have to be pistols here for them. Get a replay of some of those early kills. JW just getting caught in the open. There have been a couple of rounds where I feel like he's been completely caught out of position, and that was such a key round to lose that early fight. You saw Crims had the scout there at Ivy, but maybe if he had JW helping him, he could have been able to land the tag, and then JW could have got the kill up close, could have helped his teammate. But JW just caught out, and that kind of cost them completely. They go down to a 3v5. It's interesting as well, I was looking at Fnatic's stats on Train. They have a much better win rate on their CT side. They have a 62% win rate on their CT side of Train compared to a 39% on their T side. So normally, Fnatic are much better on this CT side, but they haven't really had the chance to show that yet, and they've got another low buy in this one.
Yeah. Rounds like this will fly by. Now, Flusha could potentially bait here, but the timing is just so much better for Contact. I think that's the worst of the round over, unless Golden King can get a multi-frag. Indeed he does. There are rifles to collect, but Esperanto's position is really going to help them out here. Just like that, the final kills come through. Glimmers of hope for Fnatic. Really is a candle in a wind of a half. Blustering, still alive for now, but they don't have many full buys left if they keep losing rounds like this. Could see some frustration there on Crim's face.
Yeah. We were talking earlier about how that last gun round was important for Fnatic. This one now is almost a must-win. They've got the double-up setup out. JW and Flusha both with snipers ahead of this round. They've got the nades. They've got all the premium rifles. No more excuses for Fnatic. They have to win this round to really give themselves a good chance of winning their map pick. And Esperanto already getting popped down at Pop Dog early. Take note of Brolan playing most aggressively on the A site. He really likes to play aggressive on this A side of Train. He's already having a little look towards A main, trying to get the early information. And Brolan might be pushing even further. Problem would be Esperanto might spot that if he goes out in the open.
Yeah, Contact have got a lot of map control just from this position. It compromises where Fnatic can stand. He can peek towards the Ivy position whenever he feels like it. But here is the push from Fnatic. JW, how does he get the better of that? I don't understand. They only see one player there as well, and you can see Contact now trying to make their way through the choke points, out from Pop Dog, through main as well, if they can, but Brolan has got something to say about that. Flusha with an AWP kill in the meantime as well. And then there were 2. And then there was 1. Esperanto, 1v5 now. He has to do some damage here at the very least. So far, so good. He's got 45 seconds and 3 more to find. Waiting for a flank to come. But they're all on the bomb site already. Golden jiggling. He's going to try and avoid the trade frag situations, but Crims will be enough.
That's more like it for Fnatic. JW getting aggressive early. Again, I don't know how he wins that fight, in all honesty, but he wins it. That's the main thing. And then he's able to relay over to his teammates to be ready for that A-sided push, which they were. So a round finally for Fnatic with the guns in their hands. Now Contact have got to try and make sure they can bounce back. Still plenty of money for them into this next round. Golden, playing as that B-site anchor, has had a quiet game so far. Only 7 kills on the board for him. He hasn't been tested much in this CT side. Brolan this time getting aggressive at Pop Dog. This is what Brolan loves to do. He'll push A main, he'll push Pop Dog, he'll try and get early ground for his team, he'll try and play in the front lines, and he's really good at just surviving in this Pop Dog position. We'll see if he's even going to have to come into play though, because Contact is starting to line up around that B site.
Repositioning from Crims. Scope to Org will help him, holding the upper ground, should they pursue. Fourth man makes his way towards B. Golden repositioning now. Again, he's got high ground cover from Crims, which allows him to hold his position. Can he transfer? No. Down he goes. JW around that connector area, putting a smoke out to help himself rotate into the site. Esperanto caught off from the angle that Crims was holding. JW forced away from the flames. Otto, though, with the high ground. Bomb still needs to get planted. It's on the floor at the moment. Got to be collected by someone, but they're trying to just hold the angles as the CTs keep streaming in. JW with a fast jump up. No connection, however. Where are the other two? Bomb getting planted now. 20 seconds on the clock.
Couple of nades for Fnatic as well. If they chained those onto the site, they could maybe get a kill. Snappy stuck there. The first nade's landed. Oh, and the second one does a bit more damage, but JW's closing the distance. Missed shot. Otto gets one in the meantime. JW trying to bait them in, but it's the 2 orcs on the retake, and a missed shot from Flusha could be costly. They just can't kill this player. Flusha trying to land it, but he's missing everything. He can't get the kill. It's the Glock of Snappy that closes out the round. And Fnatic will be kicking themselves there. They were given chances in those fights, but they just could not land the shots.
That's so rough for Fnatic. 4 missed shots on the bomb planter there. Left to just defend alone, basically. Just hopping around bullets. And at this point, that's not really what Fnatic can afford. A 14th round for Contact. And again, Fnatic, they just don't have the cash. They've got to hold on to most of what they have for what could be their final buy round. If you ignore the pistol, they've won 1 round in this half. This is an anomaly for Train. And great for Contact, potentially going into a third and final map of Overpass. Just great for the confidence. Wiping them out one by one. But now maybe there's a chance for something to be done here by Fnatic. The bomb's making its way towards B bomb site, however. And there is cavalry here as well. It's a nice kill from Crims. Not easy with a 5-7 from range, but that will really make things harder. 1 versus 3. 2 of these 3 players are pretty heavily tagged, though. And a loss bonus is such that Crims can probably try and do as much as he can here, but with no kit, I don't know if he'll go for a defuse. Well, there goes Otto, but holding for 10 seconds, I just don't see it happening here. But maybe some more damage can be done. There is Snappy, somehow still survives despite getting tagged, but map point is here for Contact.
Map point indeed. Buy for Fnatic. They decided they were willing to play for overtime. They half-bought in the last to make sure they could buy in this one. Also, we've got to give props to Otto. Again, top of the board with 25 kills. I don't think he's had too many flashy plays, too many highlight plays, but just consistently putting up the numbers with the AWP, which is always important. And just in general, a pretty good team effort from Contact. No one lagging behind this time, which is really valuable for them. Crims this time getting aggressive into Pop Dog. Now this Org, if it's close range enough, it can be a one-shot headshot, which is always something to remember. Smoke goes down from Crims, so he can continue to play up close. Esperanto spotted, and the spray to the body is successful. Clean kill for Fnatic to start this round.
Is it too little too late? Time will tell. Really tough spot to play on B, jiggling. You can shoot through that wall at the bottom of the ramp. So, it's a thankless task. Fnatic being forced away, but maybe that could turn into a bait. Oh, brilliant missed opportunity. The double peek is sublime from Contact. Is this the final round of the map? Also looking up towards that IV position. 2 players in that spot. Bomb being collected by Rigon in the meantime. Flusher by Connector. Surely he makes his way out with that gap. Spinks now making his way around the bomb site. Golden, if his shadows are high, he'll see that shadow. If the shadows are low, there's no shadow for him. The higher they are, the further away you can see them from. Bomb rotating towards the B bomb site, as is Flusher. Can he get close enough? He'll spot, not fighting to the death, of course. Trying to delay, trying to buy time as per usual. Snappy on the low ground, he'll do the job. Man advantage contact.
Bomb about to be planted. AWP of JW missing the mark on that first man. Oh, he almost gets the chance to pull the trigger, but Rigon gets to safety. Flashbang's good. JW blinded by that. Rigon's able to reposition, but Golden gets him. That's the first kill they needed. Contact are sitting back, though. They don't have a molly for the bomb. They might not have any players, but JW misses again, and the time is ticking.
There's no defuse kit. 10-second defuse. JW has an angle, but Golden's got to get this kill, and now he fails it, and that's got to be it. I don't see a way for JW here. Oh, he's found a kit on the way. He can't even find the bomb. No, he can't touch it to bait. Oh, that's so awkward, and that's a catalogue of errors from Fnatic. So many missed shots, even missed defuse attempts. As Contact take tray.
Wow.